Hola, ¿cómo estás? Estoy bien, gracias. No estoy bien. No, estoy no bien. Estoy mal. Un poco mal. No mucho, solo un poco. Porque estoy cansada y no tengo energía y motivation, no sé en español. Motivation, probably. Sí. Sí, no sé por qué. Posiblemente porque we don't have guests in the hotel anymore, so there's not a lot going on in the hotel. Like before, antes de, yo, how do you say I would? Yo, fuck, I don't know the past tense. Yo, caminé, I walked. Yo caminé a la hotel a las 7 en la mañana y I don't know how to say arrived. Anyway, I walk to the hotel, takes me 45 minutes, walk to the hotel at 7, get here for 8, do yoga with the people, love yoga. Then after yoga, desayuno. I'd eat with the guests or with the staff of the hotel. I'd be eating with people and we would have a coffee and we would have muesli or granola or chia pudding, or there was loads of savoury food, but I never really had the savoury food, and banana bread and loads of juices, and it was amazing. And then I would sit in my tower normally and I would do a couple of hours of work, and then lunch was at 2, and then we would all eat lunch together, and the food was amazing and it was really green and colourful and it was really nice and it was fresh from the food, and wow, I felt so good. And then I'd do a little bit more work and then I would chill. I would maybe do some exercise and then I would walk back home and I would watch the sunset on the beach, and I was so happy. I've got so many videos of me like crying tears of joy just walking home from work, being like, this is the best, I'm having the best time, I'm so happy, this is the happiest I've ever been, like I'm so connected with myself and with nature and everything's great and everything's amazing, and I was being creative and I was like, I'm a creative being and blah 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 blah. Y ahora no es lo mismo. It's not the same. Because there are no guests at the hotel. There's hardly any staff at the hotel. We don't sit down and eat at the hotel. There's no routine. There's not a lot of work to do. I'm not doing as much work. So then like creativity brings creativity. You have to keep being creative. And I try to like keep motivating myself to do things, and it's just going. And I was speaking to my friend Ricardo, who works at the what's it called when you make a booking requirement? No. Basically, it's like reception. I can't think of the word. He works in like the office, and he was like, it's the same for him. Like, there's not as many people calling, or there's no guests, and there's no one to talk to, and it's blah 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 blah. And it's like, oh yeah, the energy is so different. Like the hotel is dead. It's a ghost town. Like to the extent that they redo all the palapa roofing, like the roofing like this, they redo it all. So like the hotel rooms are like, they don't have roofs. There's no furniture in them. Like it's a real ghost town. I didn't really expect that. I didn't know the hotel was going to close, like properly close. 2, I didn't realize like that meant like I can't go into the rooms, so I can't go and take photos of like the hotel because it's closed. So like I'm taking photos and videos of like the maintenance team. You can probably hear them banging in the background, like doing the roofs and stuff. And it's just not sparking the joy in me. It's just not. Last week, la semana pasada, yo, I don't know how to do the past tense. I went, yo fui, that's I was, is it not? No say. I went to Casa Viva, which is like the same as the hotel, but like a villa version. And oh my God, wow, stunning. Loved it. Took photos there, loved it. Ricardo came with me. Me and Ricardo are friends. He has a drone. So he was taking like drone videos. I was saying, this is how you got to do it. Get some videos of me. Take some photos of me. And that was fun, and it was a change of scenery. And you know what was near to that Casa Viva? Cafes and restaurants and shops and things. Where we are here, I live in a little place called Hula Chuca, and there is nothing in Hula Chuca. Absolutely nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. No shops. No, like, nothing. Restaurants and shops are people's homes. Like, people have a window in their homes where you can like buy things through the windows. And this is me being so like I've not struggled with it until now. Like until now I've not struggled with any of these things. Like I've been able to adapt to this way of life, and like yeah, it's just a very different culture and way of life and standard of living. It's very, very different, and I've been able to adapt to that. And I was really happy and pleased with myself. Like, I can live with nothing. Like, I've just got my backpack and my little bit of clothes. I don't need anything else. Why do I need anything else? Like, I don't need big city materialistic blah 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 blah. But now that I'm not getting like the social from the hotel, like the life in Hulu Chuka is also a bit like I don't want to say depressing. But I'm struggling with it now. I'm struggling with it now. The closest town is Ziwa. No, the closest big city is Ziwa. And it takes 45 minutes to drive it. I could get a combi, which is like a little bus, which would take an hour and a half. I'd have to get 2 combis. I haven't done it alone yet because it's scary and I'd need to know Spanish. It's like a chicken bus. It's like they cram you in, and yeah, it's fine. I think I could probably do it now. I've been on it twice, but always with other people. But last time I went was with a new girl who had never got on there before, but she spoke Spanish. So if there was an issue, she could speak. Anyway, I think I just need to do more. I'm not doing the most. I'm doing the least. And I've got no energy. And then I've got no energy because I'm not doing anything. But I'm not doing anything because I've got no energy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think I look unwell. I've also been getting mild food poisoning because the fridge in the house doesn't work. Like, the house is very, very, very basic. And I'm making excuses. Like, it's like the hotel sort the housing and the accommodation and the food. They're a luxury hotel. The standards should be a little bit, I'm not saying like the living standards, like I live in the area that I live in. Like, I don't think that I should be treated any different to the other people living in that area. But the fridge doesn't work, and I've been getting really mild food poisoning like multiple times now, and I don't know what it is that's giving me the food poisoning. But like 2 weeks ago I was really not that well, like really, really not well. And then a time after that, my stomach is just messed up. I'm eating something and it's really messed up. This morning at 3 a.m. I woke up in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. and I was not well. Like, explosive. That end, not that end. Which is actually what I would prefer. But Like, what am I, what? They think it's the eggs. Like, the fridge is not cold. My milk is going off. It could be the milk. Could be the milk. And you know what's really sad? When you have to make a sad coffee, which is like the granules, and I have to boil the water on the stove. There's no kettles. I have to boil the water on the stove with the like instant coffee, pour it in, and then if my milk has gone off, just want a cappuccino. Maybe I'm a little bit more high maintenance. Well, it's not high maintenance. Maybe I'm just a little bit more wanting of these things than I thought. I can go without it. I can. But I think I'm getting to the stage where I've done it for 2 months and I'm like, why are you doing this? Like, what are you trying to prove? Like, you can do it, but do you want to do it? Do you want to live this life? I think I need something in the middle. I think I don't need this level of butt fuck nowhere, like, kind of isolated. It's like I've gone back in time in Hula Chuka at the hotel. I mean, yeah, it's still very like basic vibes, but like I'm glad I've done it. Like I'm meant to be going back in October. The owner of the hotel was asked to have me back in October, and I think this is where like this is kind of coming from, because I said yes. After being here for a week and a bit, I said out loud, I want to come back in October. I want to come back in October. I had been here 2 weeks and I was like, I'm coming back in October. And I said, but they're going to pay me, because they're not actually paying me at the moment. It's like I get the accommodation and the food and some other things included. So it's basically like volunteering. It's an internship. Technically, it's an internship. And they've asked me to come back employed in October. And I was like, yes, excellent, amazing. And I have to like prepare a presentation to David about the deliverables and what I want, because he asked me to come back and I said I would think about what I would need. Because I'm saving money being here, and I've spent a lot of money so far, and I've got a lot of things coming up that require a lot of money. So ideally it would be great to do another 3 months to save the money and to be in a better financial situation. However, how I feel now is making it difficult to see that. Like, I'm finding it difficult to be here now, to stay now. So like the idea of coming back, but I'd be coming back to like prime season, to people, to things happening, to the routine, to the blah 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 blah. And I was really thriving when we had the guests here. I really liked it a lot, actually. I really, really liked it. I need to remind myself of that. This is only like temporary time while the hotel is shut, and everyone is saying the same thing. Everyone is saying the same thing. Like, everyone is saying there's not much to do. Motivation dips. Like, it's like a ghost town. It's really weird energy. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and I could be like making the most of it, and doing the most, and like just focusing on doing more work and like blah blah blah, and I just can't focus. Haven't got the energy. It could be the food poisoning. I've also been bitten to shit, which is what I'm itching. I've got bites everywhere. So that I'm not sleeping because I've got bites and I'm itching them. And also, look how like wobbly my leg has become. It's never been like that before. It's just like really jiggly jaggly. I think it's because I had muscle and now I don't. I feel really weak. I feel really, really weak. I'm like a zombie. I feel like a zombie. And before I had so much energy, and now I'm just like, man. Like, I have to walk 45 minutes on the beach to work, and I'm like this is I look unwell. Maybe the food poisoning is like actually like an issue. I don't know. Like I was having stomach issues, and now like because the food poisoning, it's kind of flushed me out a bit. So kind of happy about it, but also like I don't know. I feel like I'm way more intolerant to things. It's also getting cold here. I've actually got goosebumps. Can you see? No. Because it's rainy season. It's raining here. That's why I'm pale, by the way, because it's been raining. I haven't been in the sun for ages. I'm just making loads of excuses. I'm just like in that bad headspace where everything's an issue. I'm talking like, you know, everything's an issue. I think I just need to try and put a bit more effort into what I've, like the 3 weeks I've got left. I've got 3 weeks left. Let's put a bit more effort into that. Stop making excuses about, oh, I can't do this, can't do that. Just do it or don't do it and shut up about it. I don't like that I've become quite moany specifically to Ricardo, because he's like the guy that I spend my time with, and I like will moan about certain situations, and like for example the fridge not working. Why am I moaning about that? I mean, I guess that is something to moan about. That is something to moan about. And like my energy levels and blah blah blah, and my bites and blah blah blah. I think it's all just coming at once, and it's like I'm watching the ocean. It's like a wave consuming me. Like, yeah. Okay, but I'm starting to feel a bit lighter. Thank you. Muchas gracias. I have really, really enjoyed my time here, and I do think I will come back, but I'm really starting to struggle these last 2 weeks. Like, spending a lot of time in the house is depressing. It is depressing. I'm getting backache from sitting at the kitchen table, and then if the other two girls are sat at the kitchen table and like they're playing music or they're talking, like, I can't focus on shit. So then I have to go to the bed, and then yeah. Making excuses, I think. And I feel unsettled. Like, I don't do work at home, and then I'm like, oh, I'll just go to the hotel and do work. Get to the hotel and I can't focus, I can't settle. Yeah. Anyway. Also, like, because I am like an intern right now, the people that I like respond, like I'm in communication with, that like are would manage me, aren't here. They've gone home. So it's a bit like, what am I doing here then? And like I've got a few like projects to do and like videos to get. But I don't have any motivation to do that. I just don't. My lips feel funny. It was like poison. I've been poisoned. Could be salmonella, it could be the eggs, so I should probably watch out for that, because, you know, I think it was probably more the milk, but also could be the eggs. Sí, estoy cansada. But I have so much to look forward to, and I'm so happy, and I'm so blessed, and I'm so grateful, and I'm so all these things. I'm just in a funk right now. But I've still been doing my little exercises a little bit. trying to help, but also I just feel like sometimes I can't. That's not okay, is it really? Like, that's not how it should be. Sometimes I can't do, like, I haven't got the energy to do exercise, so I just meditate, but sometimes I don't have the energy to sit up and meditate, so I just lay down, and it's almost just like I'm sleeping on the floor. I'm just like close my eyes and I try and sleep, and I guess that's what meditating is. I had so many plans for this time and I've just not done it. Mi español es muy mal. Yo quiero aprender, pero no aprendo mucho. Necesito. What am I trying to say? Necesito practicar con maestra. Porque. En este momento yo hablo con dos personas en mi casa. Una persona habla muy mexicano y la otra persona habla muy formal, like from a book. She learned to speak through books rather than social interaction. So, entonces, I don't know where I'm going with that. No sé. I'm trying a little bit by little bit, and I understand a lot. Yo entiendo mucho. Pero sí, es más difícil hablar para mí. And I've been saying this since Guatemala, since I was in Spanish school 3 months ago. It's really hard. It's really hard learning a language, especially like I'm not really like speaking with people. Like no one. The person who works above me is English, so we speak English together. And I don't spend my time with her. Like I spend my time at the hotel like on my own most of the time. And then when I do speak with people, it's mostly in English. So it's been difficult for me to try, and I'm making excuses. I could have gone out of my way to try and learn more, but I didn't because I wasn't very good at it and I was scared and I didn't like it. So I'm making excuses. Anyway, I was meant to have walked home by now and I haven't walked home. And I need to walk home because there was like a drama happening yesterday. Like the Navy boats were out, there was a plane flying around, and someone messaged me like, don't go on the beach. And how do I get to work? On the beach. But we think it's okay now, so I'm gonna walk home and try not to be kidnapped with my phone, my laptop, and my cameras in my bag. This is not how I think I look. I've been thriving. I'm not thriving anymore. I think I've tapped out. I think I'm so excited for what's coming next that I've tapped out of this. I think that's what's happening. And also like the situation of this has like pushed me to tap out. Like there's nothing happening. It's done. It's over. I've tapped out. I'm moving on. Why am I still here? That's how I feel. And then it's like, oh, you should be making the most of this time. I'm not doing it, am I? So then I feel worse. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Thank you for letting me speak. Thank you for my therapy. Despite all I've said, I have had the most amazing time here. I've got 3 weeks left. I've got so much time left. I'm a third of the way. No, I'm 2/3 of the way. God. Oh, I'm 2/3 of the way. No, if I just say I've got 3 weeks left, that's nothing. That's nothing. That's three weeks. It's nothing. It's fine. I can do it. I can do it because I can do anything. I can do anything. I can really do anything. Including speak Spanish. So, yeah, I'm going to go home and maybe learn some Spanish. Maybe. We'll see. Ok, muchas gracias por escucharme. I think. Cleo. It's hard to say words. It is Cleo. Because it's Cleo K. I think that. And I always do. Claro. Of course. Claro. Anyway. Nos vemos.